Okay, I'm in my course and I need to create an assignment Dropbox for my students to turn in their scientist essay. So I will go to the language arts folder that I've created, and under add materials I'm going to choose add assignment, and we'll take you through filling this out. First thing is we'll call this scientist essay. Okay, so we'll say in the description, turn in your scientist essay here. Be sure it has been revised, because we don't want them to think they need to turn in their rough draft here. We will set a due date of November, let's say 8th. And we will make this worth 10 points. We will put it in a grading category. We'll just call this homework. Now, by default, there is this icon already selected. It's a Dropbox. And you want that because then they can turn in things they want to upload. They can choose their Google Doc and so on. We're going to leave all those icons as is and click Create. Now, here it is, Scientist Essay. You can see the note, the due date. I'm going to pause the video for a moment, and I'm going to come back from the student's perspective so you can see what they see. Okay, here we are logged into Schoology as a student. I'm going to go to my courses at the top, and I only have one course, the student. Now, the student, if they go to the materials section, by the way, over on the right side here, I want you to note that the scientist essay is already showing up for them as coming up due. Okay, so in the language arts folder, there it is, the scientist essay. Now let's take a look at that for the student. If they click on it, it says, due Friday, November 8th, turn in your scientist essay here. Be sure it has been revised. Now, if they had a question about this, they could actually make a comment to me. And that's kind of a nice option for students, especially, sometimes they have some questions or their parents do, and this is a way for them to communicate, and you'll get notified about that. Over here is the Dropbox, and that's what's important. If you didn't have that Dropbox enabled, they wouldn't be able to pick something and turn it in. So we'll say Submit Assignment. Now, here they will have some options. They could upload a file, but we don't want that. We want to choose that Google Doc. Just to show you, in the student's drive, here is the scientist essay all ready to go that we want them to turn in. So there it is in the Google Drive. Now let's go back to Schoology and show you how the student can get that turned into you. Now they could create something. We don't want that. We want to go to Resources. So the student has these 3 tabs whenever you create an assignment Dropbox. If I click Resources, they have resources in Schoology just like you do. But if you notice right here, Google Docs. Now this is grayed out, and I did this on purpose for this student because this student has never turned in a Google Doc before, and there's a step they're going to need to do. But remember that I just showed you this student is logged into Google Docs because they can see their drive in this other tab, and we can look at that scientist essay. Again, I just wanted to show that to you a couple times. So when I click Google Docs, it's going to tell me you have not yet attached your Google Docs account to Schoology. You can connect your account through your account settings page, and that's even a blue link. Now they could go out and click that little arrow by their name and get to account settings, but they can just click right here. And right away, it gives you that yellow message. Before you can import anything from Google Docs, you must authorize Schoology. And so we'll have the student click Connect. Remember, they're logged in to Google right now. And because of that, it gives them a little warning of all the things that they'll have access to. But right here, this button says grant access, and we do want to grant access. We'll click that. And now it says connected. Okay. So let me go back into the course. I'll just click back on my browser a few times. I could go back into the class, but okay. So now we'll say submit assignment. Had to do that again because we needed to connect our Google Doc. Okay, and we'll click resources. This is a good review anyway. And now we'll say Google Docs. And now we can see that all my Google Docs are here. And the student could scroll through their Google Docs. We're going to choose the scientist essay and say import. And there we go. The student says, right by under the Dropbox, it'll say assignment submitted on time. And so that's how that student turned that in.